Hey guys, this is Adam from Millish Custom Guitars. I just got a package that I've been waiting for a while. You know, this time of year, it takes a while for packages to arrive in the mail. And I ordered this on Black Friday. It took about 10 days to get here. You know, normally it would probably take 4 or 5. And I'm very excited to open it, and I figured I would do an unboxing and first impressions video for you. But I figured I'd give you a quick backstory on this guitar. 2020 and 2021 have been very good guitar and gear years for me. And it kind of kicked off in 2020 when I bought my Taylor guitar. I called it a 25-year guitar anniversary present to myself. You know, I'd been playing guitar 25 years and I wanted a real acoustic guitar. I bought it in May of 2020. 214E SB DLX Rosewood. You know, that was followed not long after that by a guitar that I had been wanting for a long time, which was a guitar that scratched a lot of itches for me, which was a Squier Paranormal Series Cabrinita Telecaster. And that guitar isn't shown here in this video because I recently sold that guitar. Now that is a guitar that I loved. I got that guitar in July of 2020 after seeing a review on the 60 Cycle Hum channel. Hi Ryan. And that guitar I fell in love with immediately. It checked all the boxes for me. That was just a really monster guitar. Earlier this year in March, I got this guitar after saving up, and I did a couple really high-paying repairs, and got some money together, and I got this ES335. I had been wanting a semi-hollow for a long time, and this guitar has been spectacular. If you haven't checked out the Epiphone 335s, they are dynamite. They're $600, I think. This one was a little bit, I think they're $550. This one was $600 for the Blueberry Burst. They are so good. This thing plays like a dream and it sounds amazing. It's got really good tuners on it, really good everything. It's so good. And then in July, somehow or another, I was able to get my dream amp. It's not maybe a big deal. It's a lot less expensive some of the other things I got, but an AC-15 amp, an amp I've been wanting for so long, and this one is really special. It's got 2 12s instead of a 112. It doesn't have the blue backs, which I wanted, but this amp, it's everything I'd hoped for. It sounds spectacular. It does everything I wanted. And then, wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, I won an online contest, and I got to go to Sweetwater with one of my internet heroes, Ryan from Sweetwater. Hi Ryan again. And I got to pick out these 2 lovely guitars. You guys have seen these on the channel already a couple times. Guitars, I've been wanting a Gretsch for a long time. My other Strat, my parts Strat that I've been playing for, 20 years or whatever, has been kind of on the fritz lately. I'm going to be able to fix that up soon. These guitars have been spectacular. And so if you're doing the math, the result is that since May of 2020, I've gotten 5 new guitars and a new amp, and I'm sure, like many of you, I've had almost nowhere to play them. You know, I play in church. Even that, I don't get to play very often. And at my new church, they have me playing acoustic guitar. And I'm sure, as you can tell from my ratio of electric to acoustic guitars, I don't have as much fun playing acoustic guitar as I do electric guitars. I told all that to tell the story of that Squier Baritone Cabrinita Paranormal Series guitar. I love that guitar so much. I've featured it in other videos. The only thing I didn't like about that guitar is that when it was released, it only came in black. And I'm not really a fan of black guitars.
That's racist.
And this year, Squier re-released that guitar in some really fun colors. Seafoam green and a vintage burst. And I am a sucker for a burst. And as soon as that came out, I said, I'm going to sell my Squier and I'm going to get that burst. Especially when I saw what they were going for used. Now, I paid $3.99 for that Telecaster. And they were going for, on Reverb, $850 used. Yeah, for a Squier, used. I know. So, I popped that puppy on Reverb, popped it on Craigslist, I put it on Facebook Marketplace, and I promptly started getting, like, threatening messages. Did you know you can get these for $429 new? And I kept replying to everyone, not a black one you can't. Go look at all the listings for the black ones. They're all, $700, Well, eventually I had a customer that actually made a reasonable offer. And I think I ended up selling it for $575 or I don't know, something like that. I don't remember. And then after shipping and fees, I had enough money to buy a replacement. But then when the push came to shove, I couldn't decide on what color I wanted. I couldn't pull the trigger on having two Telecasters that were both bursts. And so that seafoam green was starting to tug on my heartstring. But I really couldn't pull the trigger, and I was going back and forth. Do I get this one? Do I get that one? And I was sitting there with that money in my bank account, and then Black Friday rolled around, and I saw a deal I couldn't pass up, and it made the decision for me. So why don't we open this together, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, I got this package today. Let's see what we got. This was a Black Friday sale on Reverb. Another determining factor was that the guitars that I wanted, Squier Paranormal Series guitar that I wanted to buy it from Sweetwater. I'd had such a good experience with them. But they were back ordered on Sweetwater. When I talked to Spencer, my sales engineer, he had said that they were likely back ordered until March. That was a bummer. But I saw this Black Friday sale on Reverb, and this particular guitar was normally $600, and it was 15% off, so I got it for like $509. So, what do I got? Very well packaged. Good job. What can it be? The box is so big. Let's find out. Box cutter. You know what? I was gonna do that thing where, like in Pulp Fiction, where I see it before you see it. I'm gonna do the other way. I'm gonna let you see it before I see it. Of course, it's probably in packing material, so probably don't even see anything. Yeah, of course. Oh, baby. What do we got? Oh, it's blue. I told Ryan it's gonna have to be the blue guitar guy. I might just have to be. In the pictures, it looked a little bit more turquoise or teal. So, let's see what we got. Okay, so what is this? I don't know. This is a Eastman. This is a very similar guitar to the Cabernet Telly, except for that it's not a Telly. This is a Mossrite style baritone with P90s. Except for it is wicked cool, man. It's got this sparkle blue finish that is just so cool. I don't know how it's going to come over in the video. In person, the sparkle is very pretty. So it's just my first impressions. Okay. There's a couple problems with this guitar, I can tell. The frets are sprouted a little bit. Yeah, frets are sprouted a little bit. I can take care of that. Action's pretty high. Let me take a look. You know what? Maybe not. Actually, action's not very high. It just seems that way because the strings are so big. Okay. Maybe that's okay. Check the relief. Relief's okay. One thing I can tell is that there's some rust on the strings. So that's no bueno. So who knows what happened to this, if it was in the warehouse for a long time, or just the travels of humidity. This says on it, Eastwood of Canada. So this definitely has gone a long way. I'll have to look at the specs. This nut looks like it's plastic. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that is not acceptable to me. So that nut has got to go. That nut's got to go. It's got a 2-pneumatic bridge, P90 pickups. The fretboard is nice. Nice fretboard. A couple features I really like is it's got a carved top. Kind of got like a 2-step. The scraping on the binding looks like it could have been done with a little bit more care. There's a couple places where it's just a little gnarly. And, you know, the finish, yeah, there's just like a couple spots where it's not pristine or perfect. But controls feel nice. See how the tuners look. It's got a serial number, made in Indonesia, nothing wrong with that. This guitar looks to me like it's been sitting around their shop for a while, which is possibly why it was on Black Friday sale. You know, maybe they needed to move them. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of finish imperfections that are like under the clear coat. Huh. Well, let's get it plugged in and tuned up. So, one of the things I really liked about having a baritone was it was just so much fun to play even acoustically. There's just something about that. The bypass signal sounds like this. Okay, so my very first impressions, I think I liked the sound of the pickups better on the Squier Telecaster. The neck pickup is very dark and muddy. So I'm wondering if that might be something that I can dial in by adjusting maybe the pickup height or the pull pieces. The bridge pickup's pretty good. I feel like the Telecaster had more plunk and twang to it. This has a little bit more. This is like more of a even balanced tone, and then the middle tone, which is a tone I really liked, is pretty good. But let's hit it with some dirt. My go-to first place I always go is the Wampler Tumnus, which is a Klon style circuit. Go to the neck pickup. Bridge. I don't really like that. It's like P90s are pretty mid-forward pickup already, and the Tumnus is like a mid-forward pedal, and the combination of that is pretty kind of abrasive. Let's try the mid position on the pickup selector with the Tumnus on. Now I'm going to try something with a lot of overdrive and distortion. That's the Wampler Ratsbane, which is a rat style pedal. That should be a lot of distortion. Start with the bridge pick. Definitely chunk, you know. I just really quick realized that the HC50 was in standby mode this whole time, so I'm just going to really quick go through some quick sounds on the baritone. I'm not going to go through everything, but here's the neck pickup. Pickup. Here's the bridge pickup. Better, I think. this Hall reverb on. Put in the middle setting. Throw some compression on. So I've had this guitar sitting around now for a couple days, and when it first came in, I was very excited, and you saw the unboxing just now, and I was pretty underwhelmed, to say the least. It had a number of problems, and I'm going to show some photos of some of the things that I've been talking about. I'm sure that I've already edited those in as I mentioned them. But the net result was that, yeah, I was pretty disappointed in this guitar, especially for the price point. You know, the price on this guitar was $5.99. I got it on a Black Friday sale, so it was 15% off. So I got it for $5.09. Okay, but in my opinion, if you are selling a guitar for $5.99, then you're saying that that guitar should be of a comparable quality to other, $600 guitars. And in my opinion, this guitar is nowhere near the quality of my other $600 guitars. My Gretsch, which has the sale price of $629, and my Epiphone ES335, which sells for $599, both as far as fit and finish and tone, blow this guitar out of the water. Both of those guitars sound amazing, played amazing out of the box, and had no finish issues at all. I mentioned in a previous video that the Gretsch had some issues with the frets. I think that was more due to maybe a shipping issue, or maybe something from it being hung up in a guitar store. And both of those guitars got set up, and that was played even better after getting set up. And don't get me wrong, this guitar needs to benefit from a setup. In fact, I actually did a very quick and dirty setup, and I actually liked how it played a lot better once I got it set up more to how I would like it to be. It played a lot better. And I will say, besides the sprouted fret ends, it actually plays pretty good. So that's not really an issue. I just gotta say, for the price point of $5.99, I was just disappointed in a lot of the problems on this guitar. Now, this is where the story takes a twist, because I contacted the seller. I bought this guitar through Reverb, and this is what I recommend, is that if you are buying from a reputable seller, whether that's Guitar Center or Sweetwater or one of the reputable online Reverb guitar sellers, and I've bought from a number of them. Some of them can be shady, but I contacted the seller before I posted a feedback that was less than stellar. I contacted the seller, and I told them, I said, hey, this thing took 10 days to arrive. I had to contact FedEx. You guys didn't contact FedEx. The frauds are spreaded. This thing's very dusty. It's got finish imperfections. The pickups don't sound great. And I'm not super happy with this whole transaction. It kind of leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth. And they got back to me, and I got to tell you, they made it right. Um, and they gave me two very reasonable options. That's actually going to solve this issue for me. So I just want to tell you, if you're buying a guitar on Reverb and you're not 100% satisfied with your guitar, before you leave a potentially negative review, contact the buyer, see if you can make some sort of accommodations, and maybe they'll figure something out. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Is I am gonna keep this guitar, and we're gonna find a way to make this guitar better. I'm gonna order some new pickups. I got new strings on the way. Get some string joy strings on there. I'm gonna replace the nut with a bone nut. Get a real good nut in there. I'm just gonna make this a real good player. So yeah, the result is I'm gonna walk away with a guitar that I think is gonna end up being eventually what I hoped it could be. I kind of think of this as like a 2-foot guitar. I think like from 2 feet away, it looks really cool, and I think when you get really close, you start to see some of the problems. But sometimes there's a place for that. I mean, when you're playing on a stage, people are more than 2 feet away, so I don't think they'll see. Yeah, I think this is going to end up staying in my lineup, and I guess we'll do some follow-up videos when I got the new pickups in. I think I'm going to call Sweetwater today and order some of those Greg Koch Gristle 90s I've heard so much about. I really love those Fishman Fluence pickups. Anyway, until next time, guys, we'll catch you later.